This video is sponsored by Hobby Not Models. Check the link in the description below for more details.
Hey, I'm John. Welcome to Mr. G's Workbench. You may have noticed we're not in Mr. G's Workbench today. I'm in Akihabara in Tokyo, Japan. We're here to do some model shopping, so tag along with me and let's see what we can find together. So if you come to Akihabara for hobby shops and stuff like that, start your journey about 11 a.m. Most of the stores don't open till 11 or 12. So I'm starting out at one end and I'll work my way back to the other end. Alright, our first stop today is called Leonardo ET. It's a little shop down a side alley here. You gotta find it on Google Maps if you want to find it accurately. So I've got high hopes for this place because it looks like a warehouse of older models. So let's take a look. Leonardo ET is done and dusted. Man, it's tight in there. I tried to film like a little quick clip to give you an idea because there's no pictures inside. So I'm a husky guy, as you may well have guessed, and it was a little difficult for me to squeeze my fat ass down those aisles. But I found a couple of Hasegawa Japanese World War II kits. A two-seat Zero trainer and a Navy reconnaissance plane whose name escapes me at the moment, but for the two kits with the current exchange rate, 35 bucks. I'm quite happy with that. So let me get out of this guy's way. And there's another Leonardo nearby, and we'll head over there and we'll see what they've got on offer. Well, Leonardo LG doesn't open in another 20 minutes or so. And to be honest, I've got a list of places I'm trying to hit today while Mrs. G is off doing her shopping. So we're going to head. The next stop is going to be TamTam. It's new stuff, but there's a large selection. I'm taking a look at what they've got. And we're also going to take a look at their train stuff. I'm here for that too. That's a story for another day. TamTam, done and dusted. There's two floors. The fourth floor is plastic model kits. The fifth floor is trains. I went to the fifth floor first. I wanted to check out the trains because they have a good selection of new stuff. Picked up some stuff there. Reasonably good prices. With the exchange rate, you win. After that, I went down to the fourth floor. I looked at the plastic model kits. Honestly, nothing to jump up and down about. Maybe a couple of things you wouldn't find back in the States or mail order, but nothing I was going to take up space in my luggage for. I might double back to the other Leonardo that was closed earlier, and from there I'm going to head down to Yodobashi Akiba, which is kind of like a Best Buy. It's an electronics store. Holy mackerel. But they have a floor with like model supplies and models, so there's that. Hopefully whatever's going on isn't right here. Truth in advertising, I went back to Leonardo LG. It was open. Big selection, and I held off because I'm going to buy more stuff in other places, and I'm going to run out of space eventually. Like I said, great selection. The prices are good. Some of the kits, the boxes are dinged and they mark them down. Where the decals are yellowed, they mark them down. Definitely worth a stop. Two things to remember: make sure to bring your own bag to make life simple, and bring cash. Not every place takes credit cards. I just came out of a place called Liberty Anime 11. It's on the main avenue in Akihabara, and They sell a lot of mainly anime on the first floor, but the second floor has model trains and some plastic model kits. I picked up some small train stuff at good prices, and I picked up a fine molds A5 M2 Claude in 1/48 scale for 1,800 yen. So that's going to be around 11 or 12 bucks by my math. It's brand new in the package. Okay, next place was called Surugaya Specialty Store. Again, it's like a block down from the last place I went to. I think they have a floor with models. I honestly didn't get to it. I got a bunch of train stuff used. They had a ton of used stuff on the second floor. It was well worth it. Another place that has tax-free, you know, bring your passport and everything, and the 10% sales tax comes off. So my last stop in my allotted shopping period is Yodobashi Akiba. It's a huge store. The one by Akihabara is just gigantic. And if you go up to the 6th floor, they have model trains, they have model kits, plastic model kits, all new. The prices seemed reasonable. Great thing in Yodobashi Akiba is that they have tools. They have a shit ton of tools. I bought a pair of snips. If you're a God Hand fanboy, they've got like a whole glass case full of God Hand tools. But the great thing at Yodobashi Akiba is that it's also tax-free. So everything came down by 10%. I got one of every package of sanding sponge from Tamiya. I got a pair of tweezers, and I got the snips. The whole thing came out to 11,700 yen. So ultimately that's going to be under $100. That's going to do for the shopping for now. Thanks for joining me on my little run through Tokyo, and hope you got something out of it. If you have any questions or comments, just leave them down below. I answer everybody's remarks and questions. So if you have a question about Japan, I'll answer it as best I can. So thanks to the magic of video, we're back at the workbench. Flight back from Tokyo wasn't bad. I apologize for not having more footage inside stores. Unfortunately, as you saw, I had to sneak the video in Leonardo because the photography isn't allowed. They're posted in most of the hobby shops very clearly, no photography. TamTam didn't seem to have an issue with it, but every place else I went basically had a no photography rule. Yodobashi Akiba, I was going to film in there. It was really hectic and crowded. Apologies for not getting more. But that being said, I hope you at least got something out of that, and I figured we'd take a look at what I ultimately wound up coming home with. So let's take a look at that. So here's the first kit I got. It's the A6M2K Zero Trainer. The difference is, as you can see, there's 2 seats in this one. I was very happy to find this. Honestly, I'd never seen it before, didn't even know it existed. It's a Hasegawa 1/48 scale kit. I paid 3,200 yen for this kit. Works out to about 20 bucks. Fair price, it was sealed. I was very happy with it. I'll give you a quick look inside the box. Typical Hasegawa instructions. 2 schemes. I think there's enough numbers and stuff to do 3 different planes. You got your clear parts here. What was interesting, I'll show you here, the single seat fuselages are here. The twin seat fuselages are on this sprue behind it. The reason they're giving you the one with the ordinary fuselage is that's the one that contains the rest of the parts that you'll be using on the trainer. And then there's decals. Let me show you the decals really quick. They actually don't look too horrendous. That was a great find as far as I'm concerned. 20 bucks was an eminently fair price. The second kit that I got at Leonardo that I couldn't think of the name at the time was the C6N Mert, and it's a naval recon plane. and I wound up having to return it because I couldn't find there were no decals or clear parts in it. In the meantime, I returned the Mert kit to Leonardo, and the gentleman there didn't even give me, didn't ask questions. I had the receipt, I had the box. He took the box back, he checked to see if he had another one, and promptly returned my money when he couldn't find one. So I appreciate that he did that. The next kit, this was the kit I got at the anime/train store/hobby shop. It's the Fine Molds A5M2 Claude. I got this for 1,800 yen, which works out to right around 11 bucks. Again, it was a sealed kit. Give you a quick look again. Everything is here inside, still in the package, and I'm actually looking forward to building this. It's another company's kit that I have not experienced yet. I enjoy the fact that I've been discovering these other companies making kits that look like a lot of fun to build. We'll fast forward to Yodobashi Akiba. Again, that was the place that's kind of like Japanese Best Buy. Every floor has something different. The 6th floor was the toy floor, which also contains an extensive train section and an extensive model section. The model kits that were available at Yodobashi Akiba were new kits, and primarily a lot of kits that I could get back here in the States. What I did take advantage of at Yodobashi Akiba was tools. So the first thing I got was one of every grit of sanding sponge made by Tamiya that they had. We go from 240 up to 3,000. These will last me a couple of years. I'll show you. These are the two I bought last year. These last a long time, and I was happy to get those. So we got that. These were 450 yen a piece. Works out to just under $3 per package. Something else I got, which you could get here, obviously, you're going to say, John, you idiot, you could just bought this online. It was in front of my face. I've never actually used Tamiya's epoxy putty. It was right there. I bought it. That was, how much was it? Does it even have a price on it? I don't know what, I want to say I paid around 900 yen for that, which would be like about $5. I got a pair of tweezers. These were kind of pimpy looking tweezers with like a padded handle and a relatively fine point. These I want to say were 900 yen as well. So again, about $5. I got that. And then I bought these plastic snips. These are the single-edged nippers, they call them. It's from a company called Three Peaks. I'm going to be honest, I'm not a God Hand fanboy. I bought a pair of God Hand. This is like their mid-range cutters. I bought these last year at Yodobashi, and they work fine. I'm happy with them, and I just, even with the exchange rate, I can't bring myself to pay, $40 or $50 for a pair of snips. So I got these. These were 3,260. So again, right around $20. I'm sure they're going to work just fine. So, and then I wound up making one more impulse buy, and I'll explain why it's an impulse buy. I was in a hobby shop called Volks, and Volks happens to be owned by, I believe it's owned by the people who own Zukimura. So I can't fit this in the thing, sorry, the camera doesn't go up any higher. I got their 48 scale late Phantom, the late F4E Phantom. This was 8580 yen, which works out to about $55. That's not a huge discount. It's like 20 or 30 bucks cheaper than you'd get it online. Plus, I didn't have to pay the shipping. And then what I did was to bring this home. There was no way this was fitting in my luggage. This was my carry-on item. You get a personal item and a carry-on. So this was my personal item. It was in a plastic bag, and I took it on the plane. And some stuff I ordered online happened to come while I was gone.
and it just so happens it'll go with this jet. Double excellent model decals for the Israeli Air Force F4E Kernes, and I got the Isracast conversion set. So conveniently, this will all stay together, and this will be a future project, fingers crossed. So that's what I got in Japan. So that's what I got, and again, I hope you found it informative in some degree, and entertaining in some other, I hope. If you have any questions about hobby shops in Tokyo specifically, that my experience is pretty much limited to that. I'll be more than happy to share my experience with you if you have a specific question. It's a lot of fun going from one hobby shop to the other. I've never been someplace where there's so many of them in one area, where it's just kind of a walkable lap. But it was good. So I was very happy with it. And again, thanks for stopping in. I hope you had enjoyed this. Thanks to my channel member family, as always, whose names are scrolling up the screen. Thank you guys for your support and your encouragement. And I will see you all in the next video. Take care, stay well. I'll see you then.